including Vasundhara Raje,
Jai-Kishan, very quickly, was there any indication? Right now, it does seem that the BJP is looking at one end, the Central High Command, possibly favouring Gajendra Shekhawat as the face of the BJP in Rajasthan election. On the other hand, Vasundhara Raje Scindia is a formidable mass leader where BJP is concerned in Rajasthan. Today, was there any indication given to either sides?
Preeti, there are many dark horses in Rajasthan BJP, whether it is Diya Kumari, Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, Arjun Ram Meghwal, but Vasundhara Raje, the body language, the way she was presenting herself in the event, she looked very confident. And let me tell you, after Sachin Pilot, you have been into Rajasthan on multiple occasions. After Sachin Pilot, the biggest crowd puller leader in Rajasthan is Vasundhara Raje. And the central leadership of BJP also knows that. With today's event, however, there is no exact clarity on whether she will be faced or not. But
because it's interesting, the BJP still hasn't quite decided whether or not they want to go with Vasundhara Raje Scindia or not. Because ultimately, you had the party president address the crowds, Jai-Kishan, but neither Gajendra Shekhawat nor Vasundhara Raje Scindia were allowed to make any speeches.
Yes, Vasundhara Raje, but she got important space in the event, and this was Narendra Modi's event. When we had a word with discussion with the BJP leadership, Rajendra Rathod was hosting the event, and Gajendra Singh Shekhawat just a few hours before the event, he is a water resources minister in the center, and he launched some important schemes in Rajasthan today, late foundation. So seeing all the perspective, Vasundhara Raje compared to the Rajsaman tour, she looked more confident. She was having conversation with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So what appeared on the stage, that she looked very confident. And what I was telling, that after a long time, she was given an important role. She is Jharkhand in charge to promote Prime Minister Narendra Modi's 9 years achievement. So after a long period of time, Vasundhara Raje has been given
is back in prominence. Does the BJP have absolutely no option but to go with Vasundhara Raje Scindia? Appreciate you joining us, Jai-Kishan. Let's quickly move on right now in the bulletin to our other guests. I'm joined with RP Singh, National Spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party, Rohan Gupta, National Spokesperson, Congress. We are also joined by our two other guests, Hanuman Beniwal, Rashtriya Lok Tantrik Party MP. He's also the convener for the party, as well as Sandeep Singh Choudhry. Sandeep Singh Choudhry is a cabinet minister where the Congress party is concerned. Appreciate you all for joining us. Thank you. Want to begin with RP Singh. RP Singh, the Prime Minister today launching the campaign for the Bharatiya Janata Party in Rajasthan. But having said that, while the factionalism in the Congress is right out in the open for everyone to see, it's not that you have your house in order in Rajasthan either.
Well, that's your journalist point of view, but the fact is that we are together, and there's nothing like Congress in our party, one. Secondly, you also, during your introduction of the debate, you switched two times. Once you said that Vasundhara was not given importance, and second, when you ended, you said Vasundhara ji was given importance because she is being given Jharkhand and other places to go. But the fact is that all leaders are treated equal, and then they all work together.
So, my question is Vasundhara Raje leading will Vasundhara Raje lead the BJP in Rajasthan, sir?
Well, that's my Rajasthan party to decide. I mean, it's not an issue of TV debate here. So, the Rajasthan party will decide that. Don't leave it to Rajasthan party. But we all work in unified fashion for ideology. For serving people, not for any for family or for any individual in the party.
All right, because the indication that seemed to suggest till now is very clear that the BJP as well, where its leadership is concerned, is in a quandary where the centre really not very happy with who is the popular leader
that's
in
your
Rajasthan.
point of view.
That's not my point of view, sir. That's the point of view which is emerging right now from your cadre as well, where Rajasthan is concerned. We have enough of our reporters going in and trying to figure out
I don't know which cadre do you speak to. I mean, you can tell about India Today cadre, not about BJP cadre. Leave BJP cadre to us. You talk about the India Today cadre.
RP Singh, you're 6 months away, sir. Okay, then let me ask you directly. You're 6 months away, sir. You know, you're going to, okay. 6 months away from election, do you have a chief ministerial face in your state, sir?
We have contested elections without chief ministerial face also. I mean, we did that in various states, and we contest elections with chief ministerial face. Let the time come, we'll declare our strategy. Why on a TV channel? When the time comes, we'll discuss that and declare the strategy also.
Are you going to?
And you come to know about that
also
before your people. Sorry.
Complete, sir. Please complete.
Sorry, sir. Go ahead, please.
Rohan Gupta, are you going to follow the same crutch as
India
RP Singh as well, where you are saying that we are not going to tell you what really goes down where the leadership is concerned? Because it seems even now, sir, even where we stand, Mr. Gupta, nobody quite knows what's going on where the High Command is concerned. Because you have Sachin Pilot, who is right now today in his constituency. He's saying he's going to stick to his 3 demands. He's saying he's left everything to the High Command. So has Mr. Gehlot. But what is the decision? Nobody quite understands.
Preeti, there is a difference between what Congress does and what BJP does. I remember exactly 4 months before the Karnataka elections, I attended many of such debates where questions were asked to Congress party, who is going to be your CM face, how Siddaramaiah and DK Shiv-Kumar, they will fight together. But there is a basic difference, Preeti, between us and BJP. You ask BJP spokesperson right now, and he started pointing figures at India Today. I won't do that. I would like to answer your question that the difference between BJP and Congress is BJP wants to run the state through remote control government. We don't do that. We strengthen our local leaders. There can be issues in our local leaders. We try to resolve them. But we fight elections on the face of the local leaders. Here, Mr. Gehlot is there. He has at least completed around 83% of his poll promises of last elections. There can be issues with Sachin Pilot ji, but we are not shying away from the basic issues. That is what BJP does. Whether it is 40% commission in Karnataka or their leaders in internal fighting in Karnataka, whether Yetturappa or other leaders, Linga leaders, they always shied away from the basic issue that there is an issue. We don't do that. We discuss.
All right, okay, stay with me. I want to bring in Hanuman Beniwal, who's one of the regional players right now in the state of Rajasthan. And Beniwal साहब, आप तो सोच रहे थे कि सचिन पायलट के साथ गठबंधन हो जाएगा, उसमें आम आदमी पार्टी भी मिल जाएगी, एक थर्ड फ्रंट सा क्रिएट हो जाएगा. पर आज मोदी जी ने भाजपा के लिए तो पोल ब्यूगल अगर हम कहें तो साउंड कर दिया है, और सचिन पायलट जी और गहलोत जी ने बोल दिया है कि इकट्ठा चुनाव लड़ेंगे कांग्रेस के लिए. तो इसमें आप जैसे जो प्लेयर्स हैं कहां रह जाते हैं सर?
देखिए, मोदी जी की जो रैली है ना, इससे 5-5 गुनी बड़ी रैलियां मैं 2018, 17, 16 के अंदर कर चुका हूं. और अब जब बड़ी रैलियां करेंगे तो प्रधानमंत्री से 3 गुनी 4 गुनी बड़ी रैलियां राष्ट्रीय लोकतांत्रिक पार्टी के अकेले अपने दम पे होगी. और चूंकि बात हम गठबंधन की कर रहे हैं, तो गठबंधन हमारा किसके साथ होगा, कैसे होगा, ये आगामी दिनों के अंदर तय होगा. अभी राष्ट्रीय लोकतांत्रिक पार्टी अपने हिसाब से जून महीने के अंदर 7 से 10 बड़े प्रदर्शन और रैलियां जून 1 महीने के अंदर कर रही है. आप देखिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी कितनी कमजोर हो गई कि उन्हें बार बार प्रधानमंत्री को लाना पड़ रहा है. इनके किसी नेता के नाम पे भीड़ नहीं हो रही है. 15,000 की भीड़ कोई नेता क्रॉस नहीं कर पा रहा राजस्थान के अंदर. इसलिए मोदी जी को ले जाके पूरे साधन संसाधन और पूरे देश का सिस्टम लगता है, तब जाके 60-50-60,000 लोग ही जुटा पाते हैं. तो इसको कोई बड़ी रैली आप नहीं कह सकते. इससे बड़ी रैलियां हमने करी राजस्थान के अंदर. पहले रैलियों से हमारे वोट के ऊपर कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. हमने 18 का जो वोट था उसमें 139 कांग्रेस, 136-37 बीजेपी, 80 लाख वोट हम सबने मिलकर लिए थे अलग अलग. अब की बार हम सब एकजुट होके भारतीय जनता पार्टी को रोक देंगे, क्योंकि इसने विपक्षी भूमिका निभाई. और कांग्रेस पार्टी अपने भ्रष्टाचार से, नौजवान किसानों को जो धोखा दिया, बढ़ते अपराध, जिस तरह आपसी गुटबाजी लड़ाई इनकी रही और खुला जो भ्रष्टाचार खेला, तो कांग्रेस बहुत पीछे चली जाएगी राजस्थान.
बेनीवाल साहब, बस एक और सवाल आपसे पूछूंगी. भाजपा वही पार्टी है जिसके साथ आपने पहले गठबंधन किया था, पहली बात. दूसरी बात, क्यों भाजपा किसी और रीजनल लीडर को लाए, उनके पास तो सबसे बड़े सुपरस्टार है ना, वो कहते हैं जो मैक्सिमम क्राउड पुलर हैं। जब मोदी जी के नाम पर इतने लोग आते हैं, वो क्यों ना यूज करें मोदी जी को। पर बात मैं आपसे वही कर रही थी, क्योंकि आप चाह रहे थे और आम आदमी पार्टी चाह रही थी कि एक थर्ड फ्रंट सा गठबंधन बन जाए जिसमें सचिन पायलट हेड करें। अब पायलट साहब ने तो बोल दिया है कि एकजुट चुनाव होगा, अभी तक तो वैसा ही लग रहा है, वही आकलन है।
आप ऐसा है वो आ जाएं तो अच्छी बात है, अगर नहीं भी आए तो कोई लड़ाई हमारी कमजोर नहीं पड़ेगी। हम देखिए चुनाव का जो बिगुल बजा है ना, अब ये 5-6 महीने के अंदर आप देखना उतार चढ़ाव किस तरह राजस्थान के अंदर चलता है। और हमने पार्टी बना के लड़ाई लड़ी है पहले 18 के अंदर, हम नए नहीं है। और उसके बाद सारे 8 उपचुनाव राष्ट्रीय लोकतांत्रिक पार्टी ने लड़े राजस्थान में, एक उपचुनाव जीता, एक बीजेपी ने जीता बहुत कम मार्जिन से। और 6 जगह जो दूसरी थी प्रीति, उसमें 2 सीटों पे बीजेपी को चौथे नंबर पे आरएलपी ने धकेला, जमान जब्त हुई बीजेपी की, जहां से इनके प्रदेश अध्यक्ष आते हैं। बाकी जगह भाजपा हार गई थी सब जगह पे। तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी का कोई बहुत बड़ा आंधी तूफान राजस्थान में चला, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है। जो हालात छत्तीसगढ़ के अंदर है, मध्य प्रदेश में, वही हालत राजस्थान के अंदर बीजेपी की होने वाली। मैं दावे के साथ इसलिए कह रहा हूं कि मैं हमेशा राजस्थान के बीच में खड़ा रहा। विपक्षी भूमिका अगर कोई निभा रहा है तो आरएलपी निभा रही है। दिल्ली में 24 सांसद बीजेपी के, एक आरएलपी का सांसद है, जो ईआरसीपी से लेके, अग्निपथ से लेके, किसान से लेके, पहलवान से लेके, तमाम उन मुद्दों पर जो देश के जवान के, किसान के मुद्दे हैं, हमेशा राजस्थान के लंबित मुद्दों को लेकर पैरोकारी करता हुआ नजर आ रहा है।
बेनीवाल साहब, आप ही ने तो गठबंधन किया था ना भाजपा के साथ। अभी आप कह रहे हैं आप विपक्ष की भूमिका निभाए जा रहे हैं, आप ही ने तो गठबंधन किया था पिछले चुनाव में भाजपा के साथ।
उम्मीद है राजस्थान की जनता इस बार।
चलिए, आई वांट टू गेट एन आरपी सिंह इनटू दिस कन्वर्सेशन।
तीसरा मोर्चा होगा इसको।
Ji, I want to quickly get an RP Singh into this conversation, and we'll go to Rajasthan Cabinet Minister the minute we get him, Sandeep Singh Choudhary. RP Singh, coming back to you on this, is there a sense that once again the campaign in Rajasthan, in Madhya Pradesh, in Chhattisgarh will be mounted where Narendra Modi will be the face of the campaign?
Well, I don't know what makes you think that way. He contributes his part, whereas state leaders do their part also. Yes, we have a face, we have a leader like him. That's why he comes forward and do the campaigning. And other parties don't have face and leader like him. And then we have policies which we take to people. Unlike Congress, which promised that, I remember Rahul Gandhi did this. 10 दिन में मैं किसान का कर्जा माफ कर दूंगा, वादा कर जा रहा हूँ. And after that, farmers were beaten by the baton. I mean, farmers came protesting, were beaten by the baton. उनकी जमीनें कड़क हो गई, उनकी जमीनें नीलाम हो गई. So that's how we know. I mean, there's a difference between the leadership and also the policies. You're a leader whom people accept because of his policies or because of his agenda.
All right, Sandeep Singh Choudhary, Cabinet Minister Rajasthan, is also joining us. Sandeep Singh Choudhary जी, ये चीज तो बताइए, अभी आप ही के क्षेत्र में, आप ही के स्टेट में आज नरेंद्र मोदी जी आए, भाजपा ने सारे घोड़े खोल दिए, उनका चुनाव आज से, या मतलब पहले से ही शुरू है, पर आज से प्रधानमंत्री ने आकर जो भी भाषण बोला उनके लिए चुनाव अभी शुरू है। क्या जो कांग्रेस है, आप लोग हैं, आपको कोई आकलन है कि आप किसके नेतृत्व में चुनाव लड़ेंगे? सचिन पायलट होंगे कि गहलोत साहब होंगे?
देखिए, कांग्रेस का नेतृत्व अशोक गहलोत कर रहे हैं और अशोक गहलोत ही करते रहेंगे।
तो क्या ये अशोक गहलोत जी ने आपको बता दिया है कि ये उन्होंने आपको ये बताया है कि जो सारे कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर्स हैं कि ये चुनाव उन्हीं के लीड में होगा, वही नेतृत्व करेंगे इस चुनाव का?
देखिए, दिया नियर, अब आज की तारीख में राजस्थान के अंदर मुख्यमंत्री अशोक गहलोत हैं, तो मेरा यह मानना है कि मुख्यमंत्री अशोक गहलोत ही रहेंगे, क्योंकि उस मीटिंग के अंदर मुख्यमंत्री के चेहरे पे कोई फैसला नहीं हुआ था। उस मीटिंग में फैसला यह हुआ था कि दोनों मिलकर चुनाव लड़ेंगे, और आगे जो आलाकमान फैसला करेगा वो पूरे राजस्थान के लोगों को मान्य होगा। वर्तमान में राजस्थान के मुख्यमंत्री अशोक गहलोत हैं, और अशोक गहलोत के नेतृत्व में ही राजस्थान में कांग्रेस चुनाव में जा रही है।
Rohan Gupta, I'm going to put you on a spot and I'm going to get you in. Is your colleague, Mr. Sandeep Choudhary, correct where he says Ashok Gehlot is the chief minister, will be the chief minister, and this election will be fought under his leadership?
As I told you, just 2 days back, we saw that we decided that we will fight this election unitedly. You saw Mr. Ashok Gehlot, Sachin Pilotji, and Congress told to media that we will resolve all the issues very shortly, and we'll fight the elections unitedly. So we'll see in future what is to be done. But yes, one thing is clear: we don't hide our issues from the people or from you. We are very open, we are polite, we are humble. That yes, there are issues, we'll resolve that. The difference between us and BJP is that only they shy away from the core issues, and that's why they get defeated in the elections. Mr. Modi is not fighting the elections in the state. The party fights the election, the local leaders fight the elections. People give votes in the name of local leaders, whoever it is. It is not Mr. Modi. This is the message from Karnataka. We are very happy that BJP still hasn't learned this lesson from Karnataka. And if Mr. Modi is going to lead the race, we are sure that we are going to sweep Rajasthan and all other states which are going for elections in the month of December.
Well, you know, right now, what I'm going to do is, RP Singh, I'm going to take out figures from Sea Voter, that, a survey, and on where Vasundhara Raje's popularity stands where Rajasthan is concerned. And we're going to play those visuals, those graphics out for you, those numbers by Sea Voter on the popularity of Vasundhara Raje Scindia. If you go by these figures, RP Singh, it would seem to suggest that Vasundhara Raje Scindia is your biggest bet where Rajasthan is concerned, by a far cry, 38%, where the second closest competitor comes as Gajendra Singh Shekhawat at just 18%, sir.
Well, again, Preeti, we don't go by your survey, or it's our party, our cadre, our local leadership. They decide when the time comes. But I want to ask one question to my friend Rohan Gupta of the Congress. What do you have to say about Mr. Mr. Sachin Pilot, who's talking about a minister in the cabinet about his corruption? He's particularly talking about a cabinet minister and he's charging him with the corruption. So you need to set your house in order and also answer people's question humbly that yes, we are deep in corruption and we have no answer to that. And also, you say that our local leadership will abide by the High Command. I remember Mr. Kharge with Mr. Ajay Makhan was there, and Mr. Gehlot showed him the thumb. He said, I give a hoot. I am not coming. I am not accepting your order by Sonia Gandhi ji. I'll stay in state. I will not accept. I'm not coming to center. That's how your leadership is, and that's how your state leadership is.
All right, Rohan Gupta, very quickly, I want to go into a quick break, but yes, 20 seconds, sir. Go ahead, answer, because Mr. RP Singh has posed a question.
Again, the stark difference between us and BJP. He spoke about, I think, 20 seconds, and he spoke about Congress party. I don't want to do that. Let the people decide. We will go unitedly to the people of Rajasthan. We have fulfilled 85% of our promises. We'll go with our report card. This is what we have promised. This is what we have delivered. We are not post 40% commission sarkar.
Similar
we are
you went with Punjab also.
We are people's government, and people, our local leaders will build these elections for Congress party.
All right, okay,
85%, sir. Not 85%.
I can understand your situation.
Okay.
Very difficult to defend.
You know, the fact is, you might say that you're very, very different from the BJP. The BJP says they're starkly different from the Congress, but where the state of Rajasthan is concerned and the current leadership is concerned, there seems to be a fair amount of chaos where both parties are concerned, whether they admit it or not. But with that, I'm going to go into a quick break to stay with us. Thank you for our panelists for joining us. Thank you, gentlemen. Up next is Rahul Kanwal.
Markets have bounced back and within striking distance of all-time highs. What do you think has caused this flourishing out of relief in the market? Is it because some of the global headwinds have receded, or do you think there is greater confidence in the earnings story now?
No, so I think, Udyan, 22 obviously was a very challenging year. And, the first quarter we started with optimism, and then you had the Silicon Valley Bank and some of the other banks going belly up. And on top of it, we had this whole concern about the debt ceiling. I think as we move forward, second half, according to us, is going to be pretty decent in terms of positive news flow. One is inflation is surely out of the way. We have already seen the peak, and just by base effect, I think the second half starting June itself will start to see inflation surprise positively with the headline numbers coming in much lower, and the same trajectory would therefore be repeated on the interest rate side. And I think now with the debt ceiling also issue at least temporarily behind us, I think the risk off which we were seeing is now back to risk on. Technology companies, particularly the large tech, have seen a big rebound. And I think generally investors are now getting more confident that the second half of 23 should be much better for the global economy than what we have seen over the last 18 months. So I think it's a combination of a lot of things. And obviously India has benefited out of it. We have seen flows, come back in a vengeance. I think May will be almost a $5 billion positive FII flows after a long, long time. And again, our indication with speaking to a lot of global allocators is one of optimism as far as flows into India is concerned.
Mention the elections, Sunil. At some point as we get towards winter, I think it will become more and more of an issue, at least a talking point for the market. How do you see that affecting market performance over the next 12 months or so?
So traditionally in the run-up to the elections, the markets tend to do well. This time should be no different. Obviously, the markets are going to debate what is going to happen, and obviously the one thing which the markets would love is continuity, and that seems to be also a big probability. But elections are elections; one doesn't know. So I think towards the end of the calendar year 23, which is when most probably the dates of the elections and all will start to be speculated of when it is going to happen, and all the permutations and combinations of who's going to align with whom will start to play in. I think there might be a little bit of nervous maybe for a couple of months till there is clarity. But, I think there is a reason to be more optimistic than pessimistic at this point of time.
Why does his having tied a kalava or wearing a rudraksh look suspicious to you? Explain, why should this be linked or probed as love jihad?
Gaurav, for the simple reason that this seems to be a part of an established trend, that there has been a lot of incidents in the past, and we have known it through various reports that have come out. We have known it through, of course, through the various representations on media, especially movies like the Kerala story, that it's a part of a larger trend, which is why there is a reason that there is an uproar on the love jihad angle. Having said that, I am not going to deny the fact that there are traditions within Islam where there is a whole idea of tying, a thread on your legs or on your hands, etc. But Rudraksh definitely makes one wonder, why is it that a Muslim youth, if at all he might be influenced by Hinduism,
Okay.
but then that's something that the family should come out and speak about. So to your specific question on why do I think that there is a credence to this entire love jihad angle, it is because there have been precedents in the past.
Okay.
It is because we have seen cases in Jharkhand, cases in Kerala, cases in Delhi, that there is an angle which exists like this. There's no reason why one should discount this particular aspect.
This should be investigated, is what you say. Trisha Shetty,
Yes.
a neighbor today told reporters Sahil had initially introduced himself in this locality as Rahul. Why would he do so if that is true? The Kalava, the Rudraksh, the Shiv Bhajans on social media platforms, when you join the dots, does it point to a scary picture?
The only scary picture I see here is a 20-year-old man brutally murdering a 16-year-old girl. The second scary picture I see here is how we are repeatedly watching women lose their lives to violence in India, right? Now, what are the dots we are joining? Sometimes they say love jihad is when when a Hindu woman is being trapped in love with a Muslim man, and then she engages in terrorist activities and is a threat to the state. Here, suddenly, the girl is unfortunately been murdered. Now the whole angle of love jihad has been changed to what? She was trapped so that she could later been killed. You're joining some obscure dots to further divide us on the grounds of religion. Can we just talk about real numbers for a second, caller? Just 1 minute, okay?
Go. Sure.
Nirbhaya Fund has since 2016 to 2013 has had 4,480 crores allocated to it to be dispersed. Okay, I was in your debate yesterday when a BJP representative was very proudly speaking about it. I'm happy that she did. Fast track courts have had double pendency that has increased in the past 2 decades. Currently, fast track courts have a pendency rate of 11 lakhs with an 89.5% pendency rate when it comes to rape. Do you know how much budget has been allocated for the creation of Central Victim Compensation Fund? Out of 4,400 that has been spent, 200 crores has been allocated. A mere sum of 200 crores. When was the last time it was allocated? In 2015.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Presented by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, Growing Legacies.
Co-presented by
Macho Hind, Bade Aaram Se.
Co-presented by Hayfler. Let's reimagine.
Hello and welcome. You're watching the News Track. I'm Rahul Kamal. On the show this evening, we're tracking a Morgan Stanley research report which estimates how India will progress across different economic parameters over the next 10 years and how India is expected by 2027 to be the 3rd largest economy in the world. 1/5 of global growth in the next decade expected to come out of the India story. And that's my top focus on the News Track.
As Modi Sarkar celebrates 9 years, how has India transformed?